She make us rock, then jiggle. Put on the soda in, bring that dough in. Booty bigger than a Samoan. I'm in the stage every time, shout it go in. Shout it go in, shout it go in. Booty is the floating, slow motion.
What's up, people? This your boy John Doe. How you doing, man? I'm joined here by my boy Nxtgen720.
Shit, I'm tired. What's going on, people, man? It's your boy Nxtgen720, man. Mr. Bang Bang himself, the Pony Destroyer.
Yeah,
the inventor of Sony ponies, and also the inventor of the Wii U homosexual. But that's another topic for another day. What's going on, man? A lot of shit to talk about today. A lot of good news, a lot of bad news, man. But what's going on? Yeah. What's first? What we gonna talk about first, though?
First of all, man, you know, because I hear a lot of people speaking on this whole resolution, frame rates, Microsoft, you know what I'm saying, Sony thing, and it's crazy because I think it's really too early to see which one can do what, you know what I'm saying. That's why we see a lot of inconsistencies, like with Tomb Raider right now. It's 1080, 30 frames per second, but yet you got games like what that is, the infamous, you know what I'm saying, Second Son, it's 1080p, 30 frames per second for the PlayStation 4. And I feel the inconsistency is going to continue. And you got like Titanfall, it's 720, 60 frames per second. How you feel about this, man?
Well, I look at it like this. I'm real. And this thing, you know, the haters are going to say me down and control them. But at the end of the day, with me personally, you can say, you know, out of the gate, there's no denying it. You know, the PS4, you know what I mean? Without using Microsoft and its almighty cloud that we have yet to see, you know, come to fruition. But, you know, just going by GPU standards, you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck how much you overclock the Xbox One. The PS4 is a more powerful machine. But at the end of the day, you can have all those gigaflops, teraflops, and wigaflops, and all these frames per second, but you ain't got no goddamn games.
Yeah,
now, in 2014, let me be real. I'm keeping it real right here. 2014, you got the infamous Second Son, maybe The Order, and Drive Club. That's it. But 2014 for the Xbox One, you have Titanfall. You got Halo. Well, not me and Halo 2. Halo 5 may have got pushed back, but I don't know. But so far, I'm still say Halo 5. You got the Fable. You got motherfucking Sunset Overdrive. You got
Fable is dropping this year, right?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta, like, you know what I mean? You can have all those wigaflops and gigaflops, but if you ain't got no goddamn games. And I'm talking about retail games. I ain't talking about this indie shit, you know what I mean, by PopCap Studios. I'm talking about real motherfucking games, you know what I mean? So, you know, that don't really mean anything, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's funny because last generation, there were many games on the 360 that was 60 frames per second. They were 30 frames on the PS3. But we didn't talk, it wasn't no talk about that, you know what I mean? But me personally, if it was all about, I didn't even get Tomb Raider, you know what I mean? And it wasn't because it wasn't 60 frames on the Xbox One. I own that shit on PC already. Yeah. You know what I mean? So if it was really about, you know, with gigaflops and all that shit, I could play that shit on PC.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
True.
You know, at the end of the day, so I just think it's right now, it's the fanboys that either the average Joe Schmo don't know shit about that. Like I told motherfuckers before, or they same motherfuckers that here on YouTube and all on the internet saying the Xbox One will get out sold 5 to 1 and all that shit. That, you know, this internet shit is not the real world, man. You got motherfuckers. I just found out about this community a year ago. You got 1,000 motherfuckers they don't fuck around with this YouTube shit or this none of this internet trolling shit. You know what I mean? They don't know the difference between 30 frames and 60 frames when they sit down and play a goddamn game. You know what I mean? So I think it's the fanboys. You know what I mean? With just, you know, blowing anything out of proportion right now.
See, my whole thing with all of this, like. The frame rate is good. Like no people wouldn't mind having 60 frames per second, but I like for my games to look good. You know what I'm saying? The 1080p is what's more important to me. I ain't trying to damage control, but I said this in the prior video. You know what I'm saying? If I could get 1080p on all my games, and then they can gradually move it up to 60 frames per second, because we got to understand one thing, and that's that these systems. Like, I feel PlayStation is pushing for 60 frames per second. Like, they actually going to the developers and saying, we want our game 60 frames per second. 60 frames per second. You know what I'm saying? We don't care. It's only gonna run at 15. We don't care. You know what I'm saying? Give us 60. You know what I'm saying? So they going in there, and I feel that's what they saying. You know, when Microsoft, they like, well, if it ain't gonna be stable, then can we do a 30 frame? You get what I'm saying? And you just give us 1080. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I feel when it comes down to Microsoft.
You know what? It may be, you know, and like I said, on Sony trying to separate themselves from the Xbox One, but at the same token, you know what I mean? I'm just being real. At the end of the day, you can have all the, like I said before, you can have all the frames and all that shit, but if you ain't got no game, you ain't got no goddamn games. And their games, fucking Infamous Second Son, that's not 60 frames per second, it's 30 frames per second.
Yeah, and the order. And the order.
And the order, matter of fact, is 900p. It ain't even 1080p. If I'm not mistaken, it's 900p at 30 frames per second also. Yeah. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'm not really, like, you know, like I said, the Xbox One has a new driver that's coming out. I think it's called the stupid stereo driver or something. And they say it's supposed to enhance the performance of the Xbox One by 50%. You know what I mean? So like I said, I think about a year and a half from now, you gotta realize too, a lot of these games we're playing are older ports. They're old, you know, they're older games. None of them are made on new engines. You know what I mean? And
yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? So like at the end of the day, like I said, you know, it's not me damaging. It's me just, you know, oh niggas, you know, I have no reason to damage because I own both of the goddamn system. You know what I mean? I'm just being real. I'm just keeping it funky. I own the PS4 and the Xbox One. I got Battlefield and 2K on both goddamn systems, and they look the fucking same. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I'm just, you know. But you know, like I said, you know what, fuck that, you know, fuck it, time to take off the gloves. You people worry about these motherfucking frames per second. They need to be worried about Sony gonna be around for the next 2 goddamn years. You know what I mean? Like that's for real though. You know what I mean? And if I was a Sony fan over a gamer, period, sitting on the sideline, looking at these reports and reading, like Sony is hurting, and it's crazy, though. I remember I talked about this. But you can take these dumbass, rabbit-ass Sony ponies and say, well, the PS4 is selling this, that, and the other. Dog, the PlayStation brand does not make enough money to keep Sony afloat. Yeah. Okay? Like I said before, their TVs are not selling. Their PCs are not selling.
Their movies aren't selling.
Movie sales are down, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because of piracy and shit, you know. Why do you think Sony was the one on the front row fighting that sofa shit with that online piracy? That's why they got their ass talked by Anonymous. Because their music sales are down and their movie sales are down. Yeah. Why do you think that Sony was fighting so hard for that monthly piracy shit? You know what I mean? It's being real. Exactly. And another thing, and I'm really about to fuck it up, because why do you think they was fighting so hard for piracy, right? And making everybody want to buy shit brand new, but will allow, you know, would say that the quote unquote the key term is that we won't charge for used games. But once again, they said nothing about third party. Nothing about third party. Like I said before, and not to get back in the whole DRM thing, but there's no way in hell that Ubisoft are just going to protect their $70 million investment on the PlayStation. I'm sorry, on the Xbox One, and not do the same thing on the PS4. That's why Jack Trick said this out that they have something in place if third party wants to take advantage of the whole DRM thing. They just try to make these stuff like, you know, not the good guys, not the bad guys. You know what I mean? You know, where's the updates for the fucking MP3 support? Where's the fucking update to play music CDs? You know what I mean? Like Sony, like they fucking doing anything to get money. They want to charge just to play music in their goddamn console $60 a year. Just to listen to music. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you know, but people say they so much for the goddamn consumers. Like, come on, man.
And see, with Xbox Live, it's more of a, you pay one thing, you get a lot of stuff, but they charging for like everything they give to their customers from what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to pay for PSN, then you got to pay for the online streaming shit. Ain't that what you were saying?
Oh, that was for the Sony Online Entertainment for their games. Alone, they're gonna be charging $15 a month. Yeah. SOE games.
And that's on top of the PSN that they already paying for, correct?
Yeah, SOE games. It was like $15 a month. Yeah.
So that's like a killer right there. But people don't really look at little stuff like that, though. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. How you feel about them pushing Halo 5 back? I heard you speak about that earlier. You know, and bringing out Halo 2, which I feel Halo 2 was a good game. You know, on top of that,
Halo 2 was the granddaddy of all Halos because it brought the whole it set the par for online shooters.
Yeah. That's the truth.
And that's why, you know, Bungie did a good job for the multiplayer, you know what I mean? It set the bar for online shooters, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not the biggest Halo fan, but I was just excited to see what 343 Studios do with Halo 5 with this new hardware because, like, believe it or not, like, they did an awesome job with Halo 4, man. They really pushed the Xbox 360 hardware, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, like I said, a lot of this shit about resolutions and all this shit, by the year of next year, we're not even going to be talking back about the games, what it should be about. It's the fucking games. And Xbox, they got games. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? That's what brings all us together because we all want to play good games. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
the
sir.
console is what's dividing everybody because the good games are on different consoles. You know what I'm saying? If it was all one console, then we'll be arguing about which game is the best. That's what it should be about. You know what I'm saying? It should be about enjoyment of games, not who console can play what, do what. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I think we all got lost when these whole new consoles was getting released or whatever. You know, because like you say all the time, when you were supporting Sony, nobody had a problem. You get what I'm saying? And like I say all the time, you know, when I was just talking about football games, I was unboxing 360 games, but nobody had a problem because I was talking about football. You get what I'm saying?
Hey, go. Like I said before, you know, in our last podcast from Sunday, motherfucking fanboys are fucking up the industry. It is, at the end of the day, a bunch of motherfuckers that they hormones are in rate, they be gonna get some pussy and calm the fuck down.
Yes,
video
sir.
games, enjoy it. You know what I mean? It ain't life. It ain't. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's this goddamn game. Games are meant to be enjoyed. You know what I mean? I do a lot of this shit I do on my channel for shits and giggles. But trust me, believe me, I got a game outside of this. I got a life. Sorry, outside of this. This how you come on. You know what I mean? Though, and motherfuckers take this shit to heart. Like I said before, like in the end of the day, you don't have to watch my shit. You don't have to watch this man shit. So, you know, but you take the time out your day to leave some disrespectful about somebody's family over some fucking piece of plastic. They motherfuckers be bugging, man.
Yeah.
But you know what? I want to see if these same people attack Amazon because they know they got their whole DRM console coming out. Give them almost just like they gave Microsoft.
No, man. See,
But
and
no,
you
but check it
know
out.
they ain't gonna do that, man. You know what I'm saying?
But do you hear what Amazon said now? Now, when you think about this Android-based console, don't think about the Ouya. No. They listen. They went out and Amazon is a multi-billion-dollar company. Has more money than Sony and more money than goddamn Nintendo, if I'm not mistaken. They went out and made their own game studios. You know what I mean? But it's going to be downloadable only. You know what I mean? Not going to have an optical drive. You know what I mean? It's going to be for $300.
Yeah, we ain't talking about no PC service like Steam. We talking about a game console.
Yeah,
just like the Xbox One, because the Xbox One was going to be downloadable only. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I mean? But like I said, at the end of the day, they're going after, it's being direct competition with the Xbox One. Now, funny, they didn't mention the Wii U. So, you know what I mean? I don't know how powerful the system is going to be, but it said $300. But my thing is, I want to see if the people hate on that as much. But also, too, I want to see, well, I think maybe an issue. I don't know if GameStop will sell it. I don't know if Walmart will sell it. You know what I mean? Because like I said, you know, like I don't know how they're going to
I think Walmart would sell it more than I would GameStop.
No, you know why? Know why? Because Walmart stopped selling the Kindle. Walmart got smart and said, you know what? You motherfuckers got the Kindle. You got the Amazon app. And you ain't got to shop at our stores anymore.
Oh, for real? Hold on. That's why they stopped selling the Kindle for real?
I mean, come on. Think about it, dog. You got the Amazon app right there. You shopping at stores. You know what I mean? Walmart don't carry the Kindle no more. Now I'm paying Jersey, they don't. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? That's a conflict of interest for real, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I don't know if GameStop is going to, you only be able to buy this motherfucker from Amazon. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, and there's something else that I want to speak about too. How you feel about Nintendo leasing its characters to new partners, man? You know,
ain't nothing new, really. Don't you think about it? You didn't see Nintendo. You didn't see Mario in a Sega game before.
What Sega game I done seen Mario in? I don't remember seeing Mario in no Sega game.
And what's that? Sega All-Star Racing and shit like that. You
Oh
know,
no, he in Sega All-Star Racing?
Oh, well, I'm just saying, it ain't to me. No, see when they said that, their characters are not going to be on the platforms. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. So they'll put a Street Fighter out, but it'll be with Mario on Street Fighter on their console or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be that'll be Nintendo's extra character.
And so and you think they're using that to entice more third parties to build games on their console? Because that could be the reason why, because they know like a lot of these Nintendo fans only want to play with Nintendo characters, you know, like with Smash Bros.
Yeah, but I don't know, though. You can't see. I'm just saying, Mario ain't as strong as it was because Mario ain't helped the Wii. Like I said, that Wii U, I'm gonna be real with you, just left a bad taste in everybody's mouth. Nintendo problem is their policies. Their policies, and they're so much kid and family oriented. You know,
I was watching your video earlier, but you were right on the money when instead of them trying to be the parents, you let the parents be the parents, and you set on the console parental, you know what I'm saying, controls where the parents can go in there and set what they want and what they don't want their kids to do.
What they want their child to be.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you think about most kids now today are playing on the 360, on the PS3. Mm-hmm. They're kids. You know what I mean? Yeah, ask my son, he was like, you want to get a GameCube? You want to get a Wii? No, I don't want no Wii. It's gay. I want a 360 or PS3.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that.
Little nigga said that shit was gay.
Oh, man.
Hey, you know what I mean? Like you just said, but, I just think Nintendo needs new blood.
Okay. Now, we all know that you sit there with your daughter all the time. Would you let your daughter play on the Porn Station 3?
Talking about the masturbation station?
Yeah.
Oh, the masturbation station 4?
The masturbation station 4. Would you let...
I wouldn't let her do no live streaming. That should be on the live streaming. You know what I mean? She can play whatever game, but I wouldn't do no live streaming. She won't be checking out nobody's live streams.
Oh, man. But how would you keep her from going on there, you know what I'm saying, and checking all that stuff out?
I mean,
because you won't be around all the time.
At the end of the day, I can't stop. It's more, you get more porn on the PC than anywhere. You know what I mean? But, I won't let her look at nobody's live stream. They doing that shit on them live streams.
Yeah, would you? Is there a way that you can lock her out from going on live stream?
I probably not. I don't think so. You know what I mean? But I just tell her ass,
Oh, man. You know how kids is, man. I know, back in the day when I was young, man, my grandma used to be like, "Boy, don't you be watching them nasty channels. Don't you be in there watching them nasty channels as soon as you go to sleep." I be in a late night, turn it down the TV on Showtime. Remember Showtime?
They get in playing that pocket pinball. I thought you was saying before. You just said when I let her, I feel comfortable playing the PlayStation 4 or Xbox One with the mature games. And you know what I mean? I look at it as games as being games.
I see. I don't really, you know what I'm saying, mind the game. It's the like the grown-up element that's on these consoles, which I don't feel that my kids should be, you know what I'm saying, subjected to. Because, I'm a father as well, so, that's more my thing. My kids, I often say my kids are older than your, my kids are older than your youngest, rather. You know what I'm saying?
I just look like this, I'm the same grand thing. The more that you said, the more you try to hide and tell them they can't do it.
Yeah, they're going to sneak and do it, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, in the day, especially now with school, you got computers. My 7-year-old, she just bugged me out of the day. When my house, she got all types of homework to do on the internet. You know what I mean? So, you just got to keep a watchful eye over your kids, and don't let the computer raise your child. You still have to, raise your child. Don't just sit them there in front of the computer and say, "Go up there, get on your computer." You know what I mean? You can't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because like with my daughter, she come home. And her teacher tell her like it's a site where she can go and do like extra work and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like for extra credit. You know what I'm saying? It's like actual sites they got for the school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That your kid can go on there and do stuff on. So it's a lot. Like this is more of a technical age. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, but you know what you said. My man Peter Moore said the best. Nintendo was an offline console in an online world.
Yeah.
It don't get no better than that.
Yeah, dude, man. I don't care what you say, man. It don't matter. I like the specs of that new Nintendo. And with Iwata, listen, with Iwata being the way that he is right now, I think he see that he fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me finish this off now. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy that Iwata see that he fucked up, but the Nintendo fans don't see he fucked up. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what I was saying about that newest specs. They were talking about the 3DS. You can attach it They said, well, in that thing, tomorrow, you know, they thought the Wii U, the game patch, the Wii U's problem. In that same thing, they said they're not going to do a two-system screen thing anymore, a two-system console, or peripheral. Because, you know, if I'm not mistaken, that Nintendo Fusion supposed to have the 3DS and take it and you attach it to the console and all that shit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's the only thing that really blowed me. But what I think they're gonna do, see, their best bet, if they want to do that, like we always say, you sell that shit separately. You get what I'm saying? You do not mix and match two consoles. You get what I'm saying? That's basically what they did with that whole tablet shit. That's a console of its own. You know what I'm saying? And a more expensive console than the actual Wii U.
Yeah, it's a more expensive peripheral than the guy did. They sacrificed the specs of the console to include that tablet shit, and then they thought, you know, it was going to take off. You know, the Wii U's biggest problem was that when I got home, when I bought that Wii U, those games didn't look no different than what I was playing for the last 7, 8 years.
Hold on. That wasn't the only. See, we say that the Wii U, when they put it together, it actually limited the console. It limited that tablet too. The tablet don't even got an HD screen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it shares the CPU with the console. That console and the tablet share CPU.
Yeah, so and when we come to consoles, man, dude, I'm looking at this white Xbox One, man. This thing looks sexy. You hear me?
Yeah, that motherfucker is slicker than geek shit.
Yeah, this motherfucker is sexy, man. 1 terabyte, man, but I still would have liked if they would have gave us the option to remove the hard drive and put in a new hard drive. You know what I'm saying? As we see fit. You get what I'm saying?
Well, according to Phil Spencer, they're going to allow for us to use what do you call that shit? You know, portable hard drives and stuff. You know,
well, that's external. They allowed us to use external.
Yeah. External hard drives. They said they was going to allow us to use them via update. You know. So,
okay.
You know, at the end of the day, you know, like I said, you know, Microsoft is going to patent their memory cards and all that type shit too. That's one thing I said with the 360. They made a lot of money on fucking peripherals. You know what I mean? They shit the controller console. That's how they really took advantage. They had a better controller than the PS3. You know, they had PC gamers using that shit, and also Titanfall is going to be the first. Titanfall is going to be the first game to use. This is one here. This one is. This is. It got wet. I'm sorry. The Titanfall going to be the first. It's going to be the first game to use the Xbox One controller.
What you mean the Xbox One controller? The dedicated servers, you mean?
Controller. The controller.
What you mean that Titanfall going to be the first one to use the controller?
On PC.
Oh, on the PC. Oh, you can use the controller on the PC for Titanfall?
Yeah, it's going to be the first game.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't even know that. You see, you just put me on to something new right there, man. But shoot, we running over 20 minutes, man. We're going to have to cut it short, man. Shoot, go on and say your outro, man, so I can go in and kill this right here, man.
Yeah, it's your boy, Nxtgen720. How's your grandmother? You know what I mean? Grandmother got a fat ass. Told him, you know what I mean? Get my number, you know what I mean? And if you're a pony, hang yourself. It's your boy in about, man.
Yeah. Hey, it's nice having you on the show, man. You know what I'm saying? On the podcast, you know, we fuck around all the time. I say, man, let me get you on here and let's do a podcast or something, you know. But this your boy John Doe. You know what I'm saying? Hope you guys enjoyed. I have, if not everything we spoke about in the description, you know what I'm saying? Most of it. But this your boy John Doe, and I'm out later, people. Hope you guys enjoyed.